And we're back to Auntie Hood's second episode. Okay. Y'all, the devil be working. The devil be working. All right. I was having a lot of malfunctions. The ring light wouldn't freaking sit correctly. As y'all see, I got some stuff. I'm still decorating. I'm still getting it together. Okay. I'm still getting it together. And I hope that this microphone is working. All right. So, anyways, y'all, let's get into it. This is the shirt that I wore to the YG concert. But anyways, you guys, so we're back. We are like back once again. So don't mind the extra stuff. I couldn't move it because it's like I share a room with my toddler, so she has a lot of stuff and I have somewhat of a lot of stuff. So y'all know how that go. Okay. But anyway, so oh my God. I know I was supposed to do this Friday. It's now Saturday. Like I said, they'll be working, but baby, with the Lord on my side, she will not fail. Okay? She will not fail. So I do got my little wine right here because I might get a little thirsty. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's good. I know I love my ice. So, anyways, like I said, welcome back. I'm so happy that you guys are here. I'm a little nervous, okay? I have been practicing, how can I say? I've been practicing reading out my spoken word that I told you guys about on my last episode. And I'm just a little nervous because um I'm being very vulnerable, and really like releasing things about me that some people would have never known about, and I've always put my story on the back burner because I just, not saying that I didn't matter, my story didn't matter. I just felt like there were other stories out there that were probably, that was maybe better than mine, or um I don't know, but give me a second because I can hear them. They messing up my podcast. Okay, so we're gonna do this one more time. Okay, so like I was saying, this podcast, well, not this podcast. Well, today what I'm talking about is, I wouldn't necessarily say it's dedicated to my auntie. I know a lot of you guys do or do not know. I know I've always talked about how my auntie Destiny, love of my life, I love her to death. Um, but she was the first person to break my heart. Okay. Um, I have a lot of love for her still. This is not to shame her, to bash her, to make her feel bad. This is just my truth. This is just my story. And I want to share, and hopefully, um, it will do me some good with kind of like just really completely just letting it go. I know we can never forget, but definitely letting it go. I'm a little nervous because, I really don't like attention. I really don't. I'm okay with people viewing me differently or not wanting to support me, or just completely cutting me off. I'm okay with that. Like I said, it's my story, it's my truth, and I'm just going to be just completely honest. I've always kept it real from the jump, because I can't keep up with lies. I can't keep up with, drama and stuff like that. So I'm just letting shit just be what it is, okay? Um, so just before I go into this story, not a story, but my what I wrote. I don't want to say spoken word because I'm not really like I don't, maybe it is. I'm not too sure. Y'all let me know. But, some people may not know that, like I said, my aunt was the first person to break my heart. When I went into foster care, um, you know, I'm sorry. I'm starting to get like flashbacks of you know. I'm sorry. But when I first was about to go into foster care, my aunt came and got me. She was like, "No, I'm not letting my niece go to foster care. I'm going to come get her." And it's so crazy because she was literally right across the street from the hospital that me and my mom were at. And she came, a social worker called her and she came and got me because she was the only number that I knew. I didn't know nobody else's number but my auntie's. I knew it. Okay. It was that 310 number. All right. So she was the first person to come get me, So I can't remember how long I stayed with my aunt, but I knew that she, ended up seeing some, her husband now. She ended up seeing her she was getting into a new relationship. He'd had kids, and I just kind of felt like sometimes I did feel left out, but that, like at that age, you want your auntie to yourself. I wanted my auntie to myself. And so I kind of started to act out a little bit because it was different. It wasn't like it was just me and her all the time. And at some point, I remember me and my aunt getting in an argument. I'm like maybe 9 years old, maybe 19 years old. And, I told her, I said, I don't want to be here no more. And I was upset. And she said, I can call your social worker right now and you can go. And I was like, okay, go ahead, do it. So looking back, I just kind of, it makes me kind of sad because I wish she would have, I wish she would have just kind of, well, how can I say it? I wish she would have didn't take me so seriously. I was a child. Okay, you were my auntie. You were the love of my life. My auntie, you came and you rescued me, you know? And I didn't really know what foster care really was. I didn't care what the hell it was. I was being with my auntie. I didn't give a fuck. But I eventually went into foster care. And just kind of fast forwarding, I've been in a couple placements, and the last placement that I was in, before I got to this group home, that I'm talking about in one of my story I'm going to say. I kind of had enough, and I just wanted to go home. This was like maybe my third placement, fourth placement. I'm not too sure, but I just wanted to go home, and I knew that after I moved from there, I'm going to have a talk with my auntie and hopefully we can figure something out and go back home so I can go back home. And I was in this one group home. It's called Maryvale, and it's a Catholic group home at that. It's a Catholic group home, and they had everything on site, nurses. It was like literally a residential, like a crazy, crazy home, but not. It was crazy bitches up in there, but it was one of those. Like our fucking rooms were like hospital style, okay? So they had a Catholic church on site. They had actual nuns, okay? Actual nuns on site to make sure this is working. So it had the whole 9 yards. So um I got to that group home, and I remember it being close to Christmas time, like Thanksgiving, Christmas, and stuff. A lot of the kids were starting to go home for the holidays and stuff. And, I asked my aunt, like, hey, like, do you think it's possible for you to come and get me for the holidays, because nobody came and got me for Thanksgiving. I'm like, well, let me see if my aunt will let me come over for Christmas. And, which she agreed. And my social worker said that it was okay. I can go to her house and stuff like that. And I remember I couldn't wait for Christmas. I couldn't wait because in my journal, I literally have journals that I'll probably pull out next time to show you guys. I literally have journals to where I was like, I'm gonna ask my auntie if I can come home. Like every day I was writing, every single day, getting ready for the day, because I knew like I was gonna be confident. Okay, I was gonna be strong. I was gonna be courageous. All right. I was gonna ask her if I can come home. All right. So like I was doing everything I needed to do because I did have a court date coming up. Just like a regular court date. And I think it's like every 6 months or so, if I'm not mistaken. But anyways, so up until that time, until it was time for her to come pick me up, I remember asking her, and I remember in my journal it says, "Journal, I'm about to ask her." Literally, I'm right in the middle of the night, like, we just got home kind of late because where I was in Maryville, I was in Pasadena and she was in Inglewood, so it was kind of like a drive. So I didn't want to ask her in front of everybody or nothing like that. At this time, she's married, she has a baby, she has step kids and stuff like that. Um, and so I remember the next day while she was cooking, I said, "Auntie, can I ask you something?" And she was like, "Yeah, baby, what's up?" I said, "Hey, do you think if I really, get good grades, if I, stop running away, you think I can come home? I really want to come home." And she was like, she looked at me. I'm sorry, y'all can see my little boobies. Oh well. But she was like, she said, "Yeah, I think I think we can make that happen. I think we can make that happen." And I remember writing in my journal, just so excited. I was so excited. I was like, "Oh my God," like, she said, "Yes, I'm gonna start doing what I need to do." I remember going to school every day prepared, like, getting my grades up, all of that. I just remember just really like putting in that effort. That's how I know whatever I want and I really put my mind to, it can happen. Okay. Like it can literally happen. And that was literally the start of it. And so I did everything I was supposed to do. I was writing in my journal every day, all type of stuff. And, court came up. She didn't show up. She was supposed to be there. Nobody was there. Um, and I just remember after that, I went to my group home because I was telling everybody, "Yeah, I'm not coming back. Yeah, I'm going home soon." Like, there are all the girls asking me, "How was court?" Staff asking me, "How was court?" And I just remember just bawling my eyes out. I didn't want to be bothered. I was depressed. I was just like, "Oh my gosh, like I really gotta, like, this is my life. Like, this is my life." Like, I don't know really how to get into how foster care really was. Every home, every placement was a different journey, okay? And it was the fact that I was being placed in high level group homes because they couldn't find me a foster home. So just kind of seeing, girls, like slicing themselves and just like fucking throwing shit everywhere, like that wasn't me. All right, that was not me. Hell no, that was not me. I had some fucking sense. All right. um but I just kind of just spiraled down. I spiraled like I spiraled down. I remember just running away with my sister and just exploring, just being homeless and all type of stuff. Like, it was really really hard for me. It was really, my heart was crushed. Let's just be honest, my heart was really really crushed. So with that being said, she never came back for me. um but I'm just going to get into this story. Well, just this thing, whatever you want to call it. I'm a little nervous because there's a chance that, she may see this. And like I said, it's not to bash her. It's not to, make her feel bad. This is just my story. And, maybe she can have a little bit of understanding why it was so hurtful to me. And so this is just one of the many journeys that I embarked on where, I had enough. I wanted to come home, and just some of the stuff that I've been through. But after I'm done telling reading this, I'll go into it a little bit deeper. I'll go into a little bit deeper. So yeah. So give me a second. Get my thoughts. Because I'm already trying to. Yeah, give me a second. Whew, okay. Y'all just watching me and shit. I look good, huh? Okay, okay. I'm getting nervous. All right, so here we go. No judging, okay? Y'all can if y'all want to, but I'm just really, really nervous. Okay, because it's like I don't really like talking about myself. I don't like attention. Like I don't, don't feel bad for me or nothing. I don't want no pity or anything, but it's just a little something, something, you feel me? So yeah. So it's called Auntie's Girl. All right. All right. I'm sorry. I'm trying to get my thoughts together. I tried reading this before, but okay. So I wouldn't have to feel like this. But okay, here we go. I cried a lot for many reasons, but for this I cry for the most. Because you lied to me when you told me you'd do anything it takes to fight for me. Instead, it was just a dream that would never end up coming true for me. I didn't play when it came to you. I was an auntie's girl. I wasn't letting nothing come between me and you. I started doing things I never done before, like getting good grades, not running away. And I even joined the Catholic church that was on site at the group home I was in so I can learn how to pray since you attended church and praise danced every Sunday. I was an auntie's girl. I wanted to be just like you. That's how I knew I'd do anything it took to come back home to you. I couldn't wait to feel safe again under a roof I knew that would keep me safe away from strangers. Strangers that would wait till I fell asleep to touch me in places where my cries at night turned into anger. See, this one foster home I was in, I was too scared to say anything. The foster mom and her man was always so mean. They both took advantage of me because they knew I couldn't call nobody to come rescue me. Every time I snuck the house phone to call you, you never picked up the phone. So I eventually stopped calling because maybe you finally felt free from me and just wanted to be left alone. But back to this foster home. See, Mr. Man was different. He would always play the mean guy whenever he was around his lady, but come in my room at night venting to me about how his lady was delusional and had the nerve to tell him she wants to start trying for a baby. I started to catch on and wondered, does she really not know? Do she know that this motherfucker is playing her on the low? Sorry. Why would you want to have a baby knowing he leaves your room to come be with me every night? I was young but not dumb enough to know that something wasn't right, which at night happened to be his favorite part of the day. Sneaking in my room, giving me a kiss on my lips where he was rubbing on my body and on my other set of lips. And he would whisper in my ear, saying, "This is between me and you. You don't say shit." And now that I think about it, I was really his little bitch. Let's keep it a bean. I was tired of moving around and throwing away my things. So I admit that's my fault. I dealt with it. I never said anything to anybody and I left it alone. I thought maybe one day they could adopt me just so I can just be home, be somewhere. Somewhere. I didn't care where. Okay. I would do anything it took to not have to move to another home. So indeed, like I said, I didn't say anything. I just let him do him. I always look forward to the next mornings. He always will buy me a pack of Slim Jims as long as I didn't tell on him. The foster mama lady hated me, and I don't think I will ever get the chance to know why. Maybe it was when she told me that I never amount to anything because I wrote in my diary and told my diary she was built like a curly fry. I had a lot of personal shit I wrote in there, so she knew the right shit to make me cry. She knew the right shit to say to make me cry. When it was that time for Mr. Man to come in and give me my kisses goodnight, he stood at the edge of my bed. He can tell that I was sad, and he told me to show him my pretty smile and don't take everything so serious to heart. She was just saying stuff out of anger. He laughed and said, "Keep all that shenanigans to yourself, because next time I'm not going to be able to save you." I guess she read more pages from out my journal. He said she told him about me calling her names, and I referred to her in my journal as Mrs. Turtle because she was just so mean and cold. I thank God she did not find my other journal where I talked about her man. At least he'd wake me up the next morning with a big grin on his face and tell me he'd make breakfast and to come on and eat. To know I can make somebody somewhat happy, to me, it was a win-win. All I had to do is let him do him on a couple days throughout the week. If it meant sitting at the dining room table with the rest of the family, having a family feast, that was royalty to me. I remember a social worker calling and asking if they taken a newborn baby that day and made the choice to get rid of me. At least Mr. Man was sad to see me leave, but he loved his wife, so he didn't even put up a fight for me. That was just one of many journeys I embarked on. But time went on, and I had the courage to ask you if I can come on home. I told you I'd do anything and everything it takes. Just give me a chance. Lord knows I just wanted to be normal again. Court came around and you didn't show up. It was clear to me what you wanted, what you wanted. What you didn't want was me. I just wish you could have been honest about it with me from the start. It would have broken my heart, but I loved and trusted you enough that you just tell me what it was about me that made you have a change of heart. Because for love, I was willing to change any and everything about me so that I could belong. I really held on to a dream that you even supported, which was coming back home. But you left me hanging. And I must say, for that, you were wrong. I knew at that moment if my own flesh and blood didn't want me, I'm sorry. Whew. I knew at that moment if my own flesh and blood didn't want me, I could put all this to an end and that would be the end of that story. Remember when I said I started to attend church on Sunday at the group home every Sunday? Although I stopped going, I remembered how to get down on my knees, bow my head, and close my eyes and talk to God. And even if He didn't hear my prayers or heard my cries, at least I knew that I tried. As I sat and prayed to God. Sorry. Sorry. As I sat and prayed to God, I told God that my heart was broken. I knew people could die from broken hearts, and if that's what this feeling is, this crushing feeling in my heart, I pray to God, that God forgives me and all my sins that I've done in the dark. I pray that maybe in a different lifetime I could be a different me, be the daughter of your dreams and none of who I used to be. Then I told God, if this isn't the end for me, I pray that one day somebody will take me in and love and see me for who I am. And I'm sorry. I'm going to start that over. Jesus. Okay. Then again, I told God, if this isn't the end for me, I pray that one day somebody will take me in and love and see me for who and what I am that you did not get the chance to see. Because clearly trying to change who I wasn't making anything better for me, but instead it was hurting me. So flaws and all, I prayed that somewhere out there was a right family made for me. I also told God before I leave this world if He could possibly give me the opportunity to give all this love I had to give to all the kids in the system like me, so they can be loved and heard and seen and support whatever it is they want to be. It's important that they come across people like me because this world can be so mean. But people like me not gonna leave because their grass ain't all green. I'm gonna be the one to ride till the wheels fall off, and that they know at the end of the day they can always count on me. I decided from there on out I wanted to live so I can live out my dreams and be who God was shaping me to be. I thank God for having His grace and mercy all over me for so many years I didn't even feel like me. I remember countless times asking God, why me? But I know now that God was still working on me because look who I turned out to be. And now I look at my life and say, why not me? As you read this, there's just something that I really want you to know. I'm still and forever will be an auntie's girl, and I will forever not play about you. I thank you for trying. I know it wasn't easy, and for whatever reasons you may have had, I understand. I do not blame you for anything. I thought the life I would have had with you was what was best for me. I'm truly blessed and honored to be one of God's strongest soldiers. I've gained a beautiful life, a beautiful family of my own, and a testimony to share with many people of my own. Most of all, I became a voice for other foster youth that will possibly change their outcome or perspective of life. Because life is worth living. Life is beautiful. With beauty comes pain. I love you forever. That will never change. Oh, I'm so ready to stop this podcast right now. Give me a second. Okay. Yeah, I kind of want to like call her. Should I call her and read this to her? No, I'm not. Y'all fucking stop. Nah, but sorry. Just kind of piggybacking on the story. It's just crazy. Like, it's just crazy. Oh shit, my boobies again. Y'all just gonna have to be all right. All right, y'all know what titties look like. Y'all know what areolas look like. So, I don't know what you want me to do. Either I delete the whole fucking video or what you want to do. Anyways, yeah. So this is one of the foster homes that really kind of stuck with me because, well, now it has stuck with me because now I'm a mother. I'm more wiser, more smarter, um, and it's been starting to bother me. Excuse me. It's been starting to bother me because like I said, now that I'm a mom, and it's just kind of sickening. I didn't know that it was sickening. Like, I knew something wasn't right because I'm like, I got small parts, you got big parts, and that's when at that age, like around that time, that's when I started to kind of like really get into, why is my body doing this? Why am I, like, why is this stuff like, why am I kind of like, why I didn't pee, like what the fuck? So I didn't know that, none of that. Okay. So, I wouldn't say I was necessarily like physically like, like raped, I guess. I don't know. Like, he'd never like, you know, inside, you feel me? But I just do remember being just, like touched on, you feel me? And so that's when I started to really like, oh, okay, so why does my, tits kind of feel like, why do they feel like that when you pinch them type shit? Like I said, I didn't really know that it was wrong. It's like it made him happy, and being in a house where it was just so much hate for no reason. I'm a child. Why do you hate me? I never understood why my foster mama hated me. Like, you feel me? And so that's why it's like girls like me, at that age being in foster care are so, like, so not vulnerable too, but just so innocent, um and the fact that I was being bribed. Like, hell yeah, Slim Jims. You don't use some Slim Jims? Fuck yeah. Because I wanted to be that kid that went to school with snacks and, like, have everybody ask me for my hot fries and stuff like that. So it was just like, well, you help me out and I help you type shit. So, like, I was down with that. I was down with that. Um, I just wanted to feel like a normal kid. You get what I'm saying? I never really had money. I could have just go to the store and go buy whatever I wanted to go buy. Um, but like I said, this was tough. That was very tough to read, and just hopefully that I don't delete it. So I'm gonna try to hurry up and post it because right now I'm just a little nervous. Um, just because, like I said, nobody really knows. Like, I've never really sat here and shared any of my stories, like of any of my foster homes, maybe my group homes, but you just never know people's intentions. Okay, when it comes to wanting to foster, like, I see why so many girls, turn to prostitution, the girls in foster care turn to prostitution or drugs and stuff like that. And um because you just want to feel loved, you want money, like we out here just trying to survive, you feel me? Not and mentally at that. So, I've never judged anyone when it came to that type of stuff because you did what you had to do. I mean, I don't condone it, of course not, but at the end of the day, it's like they are children, they don't know no better. We didn't know no better. So there's times where I thought about not necessarily prostitution, but I just kind of wanted to be belonged. I was going to get put on this gang. I remember that I was going to be put on this set. Yeah, it was somewhere over there in the projects over there on Willowbrook. Yeah, one of the girls that used to be in one of my group homes, gang banged. I forgot her name. I forgot. But anyways, they was supposed to jump me because she was recruiting girls in the group home and shit too. And I was going to, but I was scary. Like I didn't really know how to fight like that. Like I was scared. I didn't want to be jumped. And then like I was being told like, oh, you gotta roll the dice if you don't want to be jumped. And whatever number it lands on, that's how many niggas gotta fuck you. And I said, oh hell motherfucking no, hell no. Like so I just never like went on to do any of that type of stuff. So, you know, yeah, you guys. So, with that being said, I hope you guys did enjoy it. Um, Maybe I was supposed to put some type of trigger warning just in case, but this is only the beginning. Okay. And I also do want to say that I know a lot of you guys know that I've dated women um literally all my life, okay? I do want to say that the experience that I've experienced with men, like growing up, has never been a part of why um, I dated women. Like, it was never, oh, I don't like men. It was just, I grew up with females. I've been in group homes. I never really had the, that luxury of going like like go be boyfriend and girlfriend. I always moved around so much. So um you know so yeah, I do want to say that just because I was touched on does not mean that that's the reason why I dated women and stuff like that. But yeah, but before I end my podcast, before I end this episode, definitely I'm still an Aunties girl. And I low key want to be so bold and let's see what she doing. Let's see what my auntie doing. Fuck it. Let's see what she doing. Should I tell her? She not gonna answer. She not gonna answer. If she answer, I'ma tell her. If she don't answer, she's not gonna answer. That's too many times. Okay, good. She didn't answer. Woo! Anyway, so yeah, definitely auntie's girl for sure. I love my auntie so much. Before she even came and got me, before I went to foster care, literally she took me shopping, she did things for me. I just remember just my auntie Destiny, just the love. She calling me back. Hey auntie. Hello. Yeah, you not home yet, huh? Are you home yet? Oh, okay. Well, Oh, okay. Okay, well, just let me know when you get home. No, I said just let me know when you get home. Oh my goodness. Have fun. All right. Love you, baby girl. Love you too. All right. Bye bye. Bye bye. Yeah, I didn't want to do that to her while she's out. I need her to be home. But maybe next time. Or if I try to catch her this week, I'll record it and then I'll post it and I'll let you guys know. But so yeah. When I said that, I said let's keep it a bean. I was tired of moving around and throwing away my things, so I admit that's my fault. I dealt with it and never said anything. I thought maybe one day they could adopt me so I would never have to move to another home. Now, let me get into that part because I know some people are like, "Well, why the fuck did you want to get adopted by these people? Why the fuck like I feel like you really have to be put into at least into my shoes to feel like how I felt because like I said, every home was different. Every home was a different experience, a different journey. Okay. So at the end of the day, you just get tired of moving, and it's like a never ending thing. Like you're moving in with strangers, they're weird as fuck, they're acting weird, they're mean for no reason. Okay. And so I was just like, okay, well, at least there's an incentive. Like there's things that I looked forward to, which was like food, like which was little things. Like he would give me pens for school. He was just kind of like a dad, like me and my foster mom, like we never really got along, but it was like, okay, well, at least Mr. Man, at least dad, foster dad's gonna, you know, so I didn't really feel as alone as I did. So it was like, okay, he was the only one who would smile at me, who would come and hold me, which is disgusting now that I think about it. Because when he would hold me, he would hold me like, okay, the plant is Mr. Man, okay? And he would literally like put his arm around me, but it would be crossed to where it's like, oh, cheer up, So like now it makes me disgusted, So um I'm not proud of how, like I'm not proud of my mindset, but understand that I was a kid, I never was talked about the birds and the bees. I never was talked about just little things like nobody talked to me about. I never knew that it was wrong. I knew something wasn't right, but he don't even me the Slim Jams. Yeah, he'll sleep to the store in the morning. I'm gonna be that bitch at school. That's all I don't give a fuck. So yeah, that's crazy. So yeah, so like I said, it was just like okay, well I can deal with this. I can deal with it. So I'd rather just stay where I'm at and deal with it, you know. I was tired of moving schools. I was tired of making friends and then having to leave and you know, it was just very tiring. So, yeah, at that time, all I really knew about, besides foster care, I knew at some point people would go for adoption. So, adoption was always in the back of my mind. Well, if they adopt me, I don't have to move anywhere else because, I figured that I clearly knew that everywhere I was placed before this placement was just full of shit. So I knew that once I moved again, it was gonna be full of shit, but I didn't know what I was up against. So it was like you just never know. So I rather like I had like low key my own room, like it was a bunk bed and shit, but like I figured I'll be okay. Like I just wanted to just be chill. I wanted to just be okay. Like So yeah, it's crazy. So yeah, when I said that I couldn't will okay, so you know what really, really makes me emotional? It's this one part that that really like was really deep. And I'm gonna say it and I'm gonna end it, I promise. Um where court came around and you didn't show up. It was clear to me what you wanted and what you didn't want was me. I just wish you could have been honest about it with me from the start. It would have broken my heart, but I loved and trusted you enough that you just tell me what it was about me that made you have a change of heart. Because for love, I was willing to change any and everything about me so that I could belong. I really held on to a dream that you even supported, which was coming on back home. But you left me hanging. And I must say, for that, you were wrong. That's deep. That's fucking deep. Is that not deep? Y'all, y'all gotta let me know in the comments, okay? Cause yeah, like this, that was deep. I wish you would have been honest about it with me from the start. It would have broken my heart, but I loved and trusted you enough that you just tell me what it was about me that made you have a change of heart. Damn, that's deep as fuck. And I'm just gonna end it off on that note, okay? So, but with that being said, you guys, so my next podcast is gonna be with my sister. So it will be me and her. Okay, we're gonna be taking a couple of shots, excuse me, because y'all, she said that I can ask her anything. We just gonna talk about shit. And my sister uh Misha, she broke my heart too. That bitch right there. No, love you, sis. But that hoe, love you, sis. That hoe broke my motherfucking heart. Okay? She broke my fucking heart too. All right. Besides Brianna being killed, that motherfucker right there broke my heart. Okay? The shit that she did, the shit that she said, the shit that she put me through, the fact that she wasn't there when Brianna died and she was just fucking lingering around. I mean, I've definitely forgiven her, but I don't think we've ever been on these cool terms. Um, And so now that she's in a better headspace, it's not about me bashing her. I'm not going to sit there and bash her, make her feel bad. But I do want to be truthful about a lot of things. I do want to be honest. And there's just things that I've held on for so long, for so long, that is kept to myself because I knew that, you know, it was best for me to keep it like that or it could crush her. And at that time, she was already going through it and, domestic relationship and, DV relationship. And, like at the end of the day, that's why I'm just so just honored to have the type of heart that I have and, God's grace and God's mercy because, you know, I could have gave up on my sister a long time ago. I could have gave up on her a long time, and I had every fucking reason to. Every reason to. I kid you not. I had every reason to let her go. I'm sorry. Let her go. But, we're in a better headspace now. We're doing good and we're rocks, love you says. But yeah, so I love you guys. And I really hope that you guys can make it to episode 3. I don't know what I'm gonna name it yet, so um just stay tuned. If there's any questions that you would want to know about me and my sister, definitely you can drop them in the comments or hit me up on Instagram. Make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe. I'm not doing the extras when I post these videos, so you ain't gonna see no, extras. I'm just gonna post it because if I sit here and look at the video and I will not post it. So I'm just gonna post it. Okay. So we not all there yet with the whole, introduction and things like that. It's just you got to start from somewhere, and this is where we're starting. Okay, I really hope this microphone is working because I'm just holding this motherfucker like it's just that bitch. Okay, but anyways, I'm so excited to be here to do this. Um, I promise y'all I'm gonna drink the rest of my drink, and I promise y'all my little podcast center is gonna be delightful. Okay, it's gonna be delightful. I need them fucking taxes to hit. I don't know that fucking much. Whew. Um, but anyways, I love you all. Make sure you guys are following me on my Instagram at AO. No, not that Instagram at Auntie Hood. I do have a personal Instagram, which is AO Cali, and then TikTok, which is Auntie Hood, AUNTIHOOD. I know a lot of y'all come from TikTok, so hey. But please do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe, you guys. I'm trying to make it to 2,000 followers. By the I won't say 2,000. I'm gonna say 5,000. How about that? I'm gonna make it to 5,000 um followers on our Instagram page. No, not our Instagram, our YouTube page. Um, so yeah, there's just so much to unpack. This was one of them. I'm so happy that's over with. Hopefully I do go on vacation for my birthday in a few weeks, and I might be able to go to California for a little bit that weekend. If my sister doesn't work, I'm definitely going to go and just stay the whole week, a whole week of vacation, and my sister can watch the kids for the weekend, but that's only if she don't have to work. um so maybe y'all can go to my aunt's house and kind of like unpack there too. And then, kind of read it to her. But if not, it's totally okay. If she comes across this, I will let you guys know if she does. I love you, Auntie. I promise you. I just thank you for trying, you know, because now that I'm an auntie of three girls myself. um, I'm so thankful for her sacrifices, the sacrifices that she did make, because she was young herself. She was trying to figure out her life herself. And I can totally understand wanting to just, you know what, this motherfucker says she want to go. We'll let her ass go. All right. I ain't got time for this shit. But, I definitely learned that, you know, she was going through her own stuff too. It was raising, she didn't have any kids of her own. I was her first baby, okay? Like, do you guys see how God works? The fact that my niece journey, I don't have any kids of my own. My niece journey was literally like was my first child. Like, okay, like my first child. So, I always piggybacked on me just wanting to be a better aunt. Not saying that my auntie wasn't better, but definitely like, okay, she has been through so much stuff in her early, years of life. And I had to learn to be, compassion, understanding, compassionate, a lots of understanding. So it wasn't easy. It was not easy at all. Okay. So it's like, I understand for whatever reasons you may have had that you didn't get me back. Like, it's okay. I'm letting you know that it is okay. I'm so grateful for the life that God did have for me. I thought what was best for me was going back home with you. God had different plans, and that's what makes me realize that I trust God's plans fully. Okay, whatever God wants for me, I want it. Bring it to me. Hand it here. Thank you. So yeah, my niece, she was my first daughter, literally legally became my first daughter. She was bad as hell. Journey was a bad motherfucker, okay? Journey was bad as shit, all right? I remember being in my bathroom, okay, calling she's literally banging on my fucking door in the bathroom. I have my back towards the damn door, crying, calling a social worker in Alaska, like, oh my God, she's fucking crazy. Like, and so it was definitely an experience. I can see why, some people just don't have that patience. And everybody in the world think I got so much patience. I guess I do, it is, I was just born with it. I don't know. But it was definitely a learning experience. I had to realize that, all these kids need is some love. Okay, let them be upset, let them be mad, let them get it out. But all these kids need is some love. And understand, at that time, I was not a touchy feely. Don't touch me. I don't like the, kisses and stuff like that. Like, that wasn't me. That definitely was not me whatsoever. But um, that's all she needed was some love. And she turned out just fine. She a regular child. She gets on my nerves. She's just growing up. So but yeah, y'all, so I hope you guys can tune in for next time. I love you guys. Let me know if I look cute. Hype me up. Anyways, yeah, y'all, so don't forget to what, comment, like, and subscribe so I can know you were here. Okay. All right. But anyways, I love you all. Bye.